So here we would like to present about our paper with the title is A Linguistic Landscape Study in Indonesian Suburban High School Signages, an Exploration of Patterns and Associations, with the authors are Yustika, Wahyu, Riani, Widia Ningsih, Mery Novitasari, and Muhammad Samudra. We are supported by English in a Perspective of Lingua Franca Research Group, Faculty of Humanities, University of Jember. The first is introductions. This research focuses on the use of English as lingua franca or ELF, which influences the education sector and reflected through linguistic landscape or LL in education sites. LL study in school sites helps to explain the function of language choices in school science. Along with the existence of English in Indonesia, it adds the variety of school science in Indonesia together with Bahasa Indonesia and the local language. But the use of English captured in the school science has been frequently investigated. However, little is known about LL in suburban high schools. So, the next is literature review. We use 3 literature review here. The first is the reason why English is the most used language than the others. It is because English has spread to all 5 continents in this world. And then the second is the perspective of ELF. ELF says that English no longer belongs to native speaker. It is because the number of non-native speakers is bigger than the native speaker. And then the last is what language landscape is.
Okay, now I will explain about method. This research used linguistic landscape approach to find how language are used in the school science, are associated with the function, and also the context of the school and the areas. This research found 101 data collected from 3 senior high schools in suburban area, such as Magetan, Situbondo, and Jember. We have school code to differentiate the school. S1 for Magetan, S2 for Situbondo, and S3 for Jember. Based on the signage, we focus on the textual data, analyzing the pattern based on the language present in the signage, and also the association by interpreting the language used in the school science socioculturally. All of the signs were found outdoor and taken using cell phone camera. For the detail, the number of the data is shown on the table. From S1, we found 15 data. From S2, we found 12 data. From S3, we found 74 data.
In this slide, I'm gonna talk about finding and discussions. So here we are focused on 3 lingual patterns. First is monolingual, second is bilingual, and third is multilingual. Based on the data that we took from 3 high schools in suburban area, especially in East Java, Indonesia, we have found 101 signages as the data, and among of them is 50 in monolingual, 40 in bilingual, and 11 in multilingual. We also found that there are 5 languages that are used in that area, in suburban area. First is Bahasa Indonesia as the dominant language, and second is English, third is Arabic, and fourth is Sanskrit, and the last one is Latin. The reasons why Bahasa Indonesia became the dominant language used at 3 high schools in suburban area, it's because Bahasa Indonesia is a national language, or we can say that it's the first language or mother language of Indonesia. Besides that, Bahasa Indonesia also can help students or can make students easy in understanding science at schools. And second is English. English became the second dominant language used at suburban area. It's because English, also known as a global language or lingua franca, that really has a big influence or has important functions at education sector. For example, in 2 high schools in suburban area from S1 and S3, they still used English as the dominant language, the second dominant language after Bahasa Indonesia, because that schools they have background or international history at that school. And the third is Arabic. Arabic is used to show morality and religion. For instance, like in S2 or Situbondo. Situbondo, also known as Kota Santri, or means the city of Islamic students. Fourth is Sanskrit. Sanskrit is used as a cultural symbol or identity marker. It's because the community of the suburban area, most of them are Japanese and Madris, that we know that they are very strict with culture. Last is Latin. Latin is used in 3 high schools as a school status, as adiwiyata, or it's a kind of school program at a caring environment. Besides that, Latin also used as science education.
In conclusion, Bahasa Indonesia and English are the most used language in the 3 patterns in 3 suburban high schools in Indonesia, especially at international high schools, because they made English as the compulsory subject to improve their students' skills in English as their second language. The other languages such as Arabic, Latin, and Sanskrit are used as the symbol of culture and identity marker.